The tension and bickering in the wagon has been worse than you've remembered in the past. It seems that your companions aren't gelling as well as they normally do, but no matter. Ahead, this familiar sight and smell of a burning city, the sprawl and the horrible librarian await. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Loki Oren, and we are back in the sprawl with a cut above the rest. A quick relationship check. Boudica is very unfriendly with everybody, so we need to work on that. The good news is that everyone else is friends, so it's literally just Boudica. So everything we can do to get Boudica on the right side of things will be good. Avoiding the watchtower for a second buttressing band seems incredibly good. This seems like an incredibly good trinket for us. And we do want to go to the lair. This party's more than capable of killing the librarian without too much stress. And it looks like we have a pretty clear path to get there that can either be an assistance encounter or an oasis. And in either case, avoids the watchtower. Oh, an early... Well, that's not particularly helpful. There we go. Relationship's already starting to heal. That's good. Unfortunately, this hospital is going to be frankly wasted on us. We have exactly enough for a single dose of laudanum, which we'll buy. 2 laudanum's better than 1. Nothing else here. We don't have the money. So onwards to a road battle, and then looking at stress, we'll probably cut over to the assistance encounter instead of the oasis, just because the oasis isn't going to give us much. And I've only a few playthroughs been to the oasis. So, I think the last episode was the first time I've done it on camera, and it just seems like there's always somebody who doesn't like it. So as we get the familiar 4-banded encounter, we'll just have to beat these guys up real quick. It's a nice easy fight, thankfully. Nice easy road battle. I guess thinking about it, I've been fairly lucky with road battles, both with the Sisters of Battle and with this one. We haven't seen any of like the really bad like double ghoul ones, the ones that make it to Reddit. Of course, some of that's just dumb luck. The game is a game of RNG, and any individual run can be made easier or harder based entirely on whatever random chance occurs. That being said, both of those encounters are not unbeatable. They're just the ghoul woodsman or the double ghoul are not unbeatable. They're just on the high edge of tough. Nice heal. You're just down, so... And you're just dead as well, so there's literally nothing for my leper or my Helen to do. So we'll win the fight, I guess. But nothing to do here. Sure. Very easy fight. No mastery point, but frankly we didn't deserve it. Oh, well, never mind. That, though, that's coming with us. This, we'll take it, but we're going to end up throwing it away. The early experiment, blight resistance, blight, a lot like bleed, we were talking about last time, there aren't that many status ailments being inflicted on us. And the final boss doesn't do, the chains of denial don't do anything with statuses, so it's really not a big deal. Boudica, okay, so Boudica wants to fight, Baldwin doesn't. They hate this, so up to 5. Yeah, that's bad. That's very bad, but there was no way around it. Oh, hey, look who's made an appearance. Her ladyship has finally made an appearance in our runs here. Good to see you, your ladyship. A pity that I'm going to have to, shoot you in the face. Well, first of all, I have to shoot your friend in the face, but, You blinded us, which was kind of rude. So let me get rid of the blind and that dodge token at the same time. A 20 crit, jeez. That was a hard hit. Nice. Got both of those guys. There we go. And a relationship heal. Can't complain about that. Alright. Oh, this is perfect. So we blight her. Well, ideally we blight her. When we purge, clear the corpses, get her to the front so she doesn't get to do shenanigans with corpses. Inspiring tune our jester just to fix that. And toe-to-toe with the buttressing band and 3 dodge plus tokens. Our Hellion is a heck of a tank right now. Could be using burn salves here. I don't think it's necessary though. We'll encore our Hellion here because she might actually be able to end this. Ah, so close. Death's door. But, you know, she just dodges it. And now our Hellion can finish the job. That was a very easy fight of her ladyship. Just getting all that extra damage early. And we even repaired the relationship slightly. Caltrops have some interesting use with our disarming dagger. Holy beads isn't bad. Storage trunk we definitely want. We'll take those. We'll ditch that. Moving onwards. Well, and checking the map, yeah, there's no reason to go to the Oasis here. So we are, you know, Paracelsus, we're not. Why would we go to the Watchtower? We're avoiding the Watchtower because I want a second one of those. Oops. Paracelsus just being a bit of a dummy. So we'll do this assistance encounter, which hopefully will let us repair some of Boudica's relationships. Her stress is low, so assuming we don't get unlucky, we'll get something out of it. And it'll get our flame back up in time to dart over to that lair. Alright, what do we got? Boudica. Ugh. Well, oh man. We can't do it from Boudica's perspective because that will trigger that relationship. Doing it from Paracelsus loses us the Baldwin connection, but I think we can get that back. This is probably the way we have to do it. Yep. Sucks to lose that relationship, but it does repair the Boudica relationship. Calming incense, whiskey bottle, stitching kit, a bunch of stuff. Oh, we're over cucumbered. What do we got? Okay, in items. First of all, apples and cheese can go away. Combat items. Bandages can go away. Clotting powders can go away. Blade of powders we're not going to find a use for. Anti-venom we'll keep for now. We're not going to keep early experiment. We don't need traps. I don't like traps. We want to keep both of those though. And we want to go all the way to the right, right? Yep. Alright, off we go. You know, the Paracelsus Baldwin relationship we'll get back, but just we can't. A negative relationship is such a pain to get rid of. It's doable. Don't get me wrong. You know, I think any, you know, you can get rid of them, but it is just such a hassle, and the game will be fighting you the whole way on that. Meanwhile, we can just have other positive relationships be good. Everybody wants to run. Okay, well, who are we going to go from? This heals the relationship with Baldwin. This would improve the relationship with Paracelsus. That's what we'll do. There we go. 2 there. That's kind of funny that everybody wanted to run there. Well, we're definitely going to the lair. And we'll do a quick thing for this. We're going to drop Purge and pick up Intimidate just so Baldwin has something to do early on. Otherwise, there's not going to be any need for anything else. And we're going to mix it up. Oh, good. A nice, easy encounter right before the lair. You got to appreciate that. Let's get down the guy who gets crit tokens. Get reflection up. The widow can have her turn. Oh, that's annoying. That wasn't what we wanted to see. We didn't want that. We definitely wanted to howling end the widow, but well, we still get to. That was a weak hit, though. But let's get her out of here before she starts looking in her mirror, getting grossed out, and then grossing out our party. So now he's Songs of Shadows, which is annoying. So we're gonna have to take a nasty crit here, but that's okay. Because we're not really getting to set up combo points for the leper here. Good dodge. Good dodge. Nice and easy. And a whiskey barrel. That ain't bad. That'll be good for if we don't manage to fix all the relationships between now and then. That might push us over the top, though. Boudica is resolution, so we are going to have to get rid of that. So maybe it's not that useful. Man, we have not seen a pig yet. We still haven't seen a pig. That's okay, though. Great library. Let's get this. Let's get the fight going. Okay. Well, that was a very unfortunate misses the mark to come up nice and early. Yeah, that's definitely where our relics need to be going now. It's just cleaning up some of these negative traits we have. We are going to spend Glimmers of Hope here. Reason being that this does get us a bunch of extra buffs, and it'll carry through all the fights. So that'll put us at our kind of our best foot forward for the librarian. Very good with those. Those dodge tokens mitigated a lot of damage there. Got to appreciate that. That's okay. She's going to toe-to-toe anyway. And here it comes with the ignites. I've been noticing in the sprawl that these guys are spending. They are pushing their buttons. They have remembered that ignite is a button. And they are pushing it every chance they get. Which is not my favorite thing, but it is a thing that I have to deal with. Man, we are not landing blights either. This fight is ending up a lot harder than I thought it was going to, that's for sure. Yep, there's that stress. Let's get some action economy on our side at least. We do need to get this makes it worse. Alright, first of all, we are going to have to Inspiring Tune now. Nice! Got another relationship out of that. That's definitely not the worst thing that could have happened there. And our Disarming Dagger finally showed up to the party, which is nice too. That's fine. We'll take a little bit of damage just to start wheedling away at those repost tokens. Why did she... Oh, she traded in one of her things for Resilient. Nice. Resilient and Martyr. Our Hellion is not going to be stressed. That's good news at least. We will... Oh, that is a lot of burden actually. Well, let's save that and see if we get another relationship tick. Nope, no such luck. Well, we tried. Take 4 damage on the Jester. That's perfectly fine. Because that'll put this guy in range to get Howling ended. There we go. And then... Nice! We're getting more relationship heals. We are slowly... we are slowly working our way out of this. Out of that very bad meltdown. Good dodge. Good dodge. Alrighty. Who's got a lot of burn or bleed? None of you do, so... 8, 19. Alright, so... Now you've got a bunch of burn. And it looks like our leper will finish off the fight here. Yep. Cool. So that was a little bit tougher than we were expecting, but we're still gonna go forward. We need to beat we need to beat one of them. Librarian is the easiest. Our party is still fairly strong, even if they are struggling in places. I don't feel like that was worth it. Paracelsus has a 7 block plus token. I don't think you needed to do that. And now everybody's getting stressed because of it. Good lord. Well, let's fix Paracelsus first. Get her stress back down. Nice. An early kill is always appreciated. Get rid of the dodge token, get rid of the corpse, get something onto the back line there, and now let's try to punk this guy, which we did. Nice. That was true teamwork right there. That was a good combo. Getting that the Lancer, whatever they're called. The guy who gets riposte tokens, getting rid of him is always nice. Yeah, everyone's up to 4 stress now. That's not my favorite. We do kind of need to get rid of this corpse, unfortunately. Which we can't do. We do... I am kind of scared because our Immolatist here can do things with corpses, and I'd prefer them not. Good. Or positive relationships or stress healing, at least. I think we encore the Hellion here because we go toe-to-toe to get rid of the corpse. And then do we get to Howling Ent? We do. Good. Goodbye, Sirrah. And it's going to be... Oh, it's going to be Infernal Blast. Wow, that could have been a lot worse than it was, that's for sure. Alright, we do need to spend some time healing our folks up. Raucous Revelry is a heal and a stress heal. Can't complain about that. Burn Salve for a little bit more. And another relationship tick. We are getting there. And then Fade to Black to blind this guy, so hopefully he doesn't do awful things to us. He does get to go first. Good dodge. Yes. So we do get to cheese out a little bit more healing here. We'll just dance around here. Reflection. Let's see. Heal for 9, heal for 6. Hellion's got better healing. We'll heal the Jester again, just and unfortunately she doesn't have a way to heal. So take him to the Howling End just for fun. Another positive. We are getting this relationship ticking the right direction. Alright, let's see what we get. Simple Flower, gain on miss, armor, extra action on kill. Smoldering Hymnal's good. Oh, it's the scouting one. Weak. It is unfortunately not the one we wanted. But it's still preferable to the alternative here. We have, yeah, she does do a lot of damage if she's in rank 1. So first of all, let's spend a smoke bomb, get him blind. Could have blinding gassed too, but smoke bombs are good too. Jester's not doing anything else until he gets to the 3rd rank. Till the librarian, that is. So let's just continue to put damage out. All knowledge is ephemeral, all truths, or whatever he said. Sure. Let's toe to toe and get Iron Swan active because there's nothing else to do here. And we'll just withstand with the leper because our jester can dance back a line, and that'll at least eat potentially an attack or two here. Yeah, let's just use our tokens here. Well, I mean, it's nothing else is gonna get better. Got a combo token we unfortunately can't use on him. He's moving closer. Nothing else for our leper to do. Go. Get a blight going. Can he cannot encore from here, so we just dance around. Sorry, everyone. We just continue to Iron Swan him. As long as he's back there, we can't do anything to him. Now we go. Oof. Burning Bright. Yeah, it's quite fine. That's a lot of damage, though. Alright, you got misses the mark. Jester still has another burn salve. He does not have a burn salve. Alright, let's get that burn off. Hey, positive. Yay. We're getting lots of positive relationships at least. And a big 13 heal there. 50-50, we'll take that. Unfortunately, this now means that our Hellion can't hit with anything at the moment. Which means that our Hellion's just going to have to back up and let the leper do things. Or get moved around. Well, that wasn't what we wanted. Raucous Revelry. So Jester's the one guy who can really hit the 3rd rank here, but he needs to stress heal himself. Kind of sucks because this guy is going to get low, but not all the way. But I think our Plague Doctor will be able to finish it off. Yeah, down to 3 HP. That's... Well, if our Plague Doctor wasn't double blind, good lord. Alright. Can only move forward. Well, that's not particularly helpful. I guess we'll toe-to-toe something, because there's nothing else for her to do. I guess toe-to-toeing was bad. Yeah, so our Leper and our Hellion are not very good at this fight. We kind of already knew that, but we need to... It's gonna have to be the Jester who finishes the fight here. Because you cannot do anything but hang out. So let's just have you hang out. Hellion can't do anything at all. Well, Raucous Revelry, I guess. Yeah, sure. Just wasting turns here. Alright, he's even closer. Jeez. Alright. There we go. Death's Door. Ticking down. And looks like just one final inspiring tune, which is on cooldown, so we can't even do that. Can't encore yourself. Well, I guess we just gotta kill him then. Now Paracelsus is stressed out of her gourd, which is not great, but we got the loot. I don't even know if the Smoldering Hymnal's got a place in our lineup right now. Like, where would we put it? So first of all, we're not going to use Scribbled Scrawlings. Gain on miss of a strength. We'd much rather have debuff resistance, I think. We'll keep it for now. We're not going to use Clotting Factor. We're not going to use Mortal Ward at this point. In items, these Calming Incenses may end up being useful. Not going to use Neutralizing Powers, Patch of Lie. Good lord, we have a lot of stuff. Oh wait, we do have the opportunity to put that there. And we do have one more Smoke Bomb. Save, well, guess it doesn't matter. We'll get rid of the Anti-Venom. Put the Laudanum on. We're going to gamble and say we don't need the Stitching Kit. We'll gamble we don't need that. And I guess that means we're gambling and saying we don't need that. Alright. So, let's see. We need to avoid the Watchtower. Fire's at full. Hoarder. That Hoarder's pretty tempting. I think what we'll do is we'll go to the right here. We'll grab this road battle. No, we want the assistance encounter. Yeah, we're gonna go this way. Oh, cultist fight. Well, that's not really what we wanted, but I guess it'll have to do. So, wow, Boudica has basically healed her relationships with everybody. That's gone our way. So Paracelsus wants to fight, Sarmenti wants to fight, that's fine. Baldwin wants to run, which makes nobody happy. Sarmenti. So it's basically like, whose relationship do we want to damage? So we're going to do it from Sarmenti. That gets that down too, but protects the Baldwin Paracelsus angle. Elite enemies. Oh, wow. Oh, ew. This is not the fight we were looking for. Alright, well, first of all, let's just get... Love is the purest chemistry. First of all, we just gotta get Inspiring Tune out. We've got to get her stress down low. Because this is one of those fights where it's more than possible for them to pump out 3/4 stress. Yeah, you can get the double horror and just get unlucky. Good job eating that dodge token, though. Like that, Paracelsus. Good job. We'll save the Milk-Soaked Linen, because we'd rather have the buff. Miss with the Howling End, which is not our favorite, but such is life. Really? I'm just gonna misses the mark? Oh, man. We have got to get rid of that. That is extremely bad. That's fine. Jester can get rid of that pretty easily if need be. And we get, you know, stress heals and whatnot. So, yep. All stress is gone. Now we get Paracelsus back in there, and now she can actually do her job. We could intimidate. Could intimidate this guy. How much damage would that do? 2 to 4 damage. That's not enough. I'd rather do 15 to one of these evangelists, I think. 7 damage crit. That ain't nothing. Oh, come on. Not like this. Not like this. Thank God. An 85% death store. Good God. That would be the crappiest way to lose this run, to just have her get pummeled and then die to a bullet. That would be the true suck. Alright, we're going to withstand here. I probably should have done that sooner, because our Hellion is low on HP, and that scares the bejesus out of me. And we're just going to spend a turn, because I am just so gun-shy. I've lost runs just getting a little bit greedy there and just getting punished. I prefer not. Looks like we would have been okay. Now she's back under control. But that was a brief moment of scary, that's for sure. On the other hand, that was quite the hit. Yeah, that better heal a relationship tick. Good lord. Sarmenti with that 40% damage buff is definitely doing things. Nice death blow. Ew, double death blow. Now, granted, he is getting stressed out of his wits here. But that's okay, because he will fix that on his turn. Or on his next turn. Both cherubs are... So that was... This fight turned around in a hurry. We went from, like, oh god, please no, to, okay, everything's cool. No worries, no stress. Are you in solemnity range? You are not, so we're in reflection. Get rid of that blind, heal the stress. Still heal even if you miss, so that ain't bad. And Nocturne Commune is perfectly fine with me. So, yep, do that. Get rid of all the dodge tokens. Get rid of that mess. Inspiring tune away the stress, and we are back in business. Now that was a close moment there. What do you got? Could Raucous Revelry to heal for 9. Still heal for damage, so may as well just swing with the Howling End. The reason for doing that is mostly so that mostly because we're just going to Solemnity with the Leper, so we may as well just accept that extra damage is going to be there. This does, and that lets us set up a double Howling, big Howling End there. 6 damage, not a big deal. Now the Leper is just going to Solemnity and heal for, 19. Better than any amount of healing I could have provided with my other characters. That is fine by me using Nocturne Commune. Because we'll just eat the dodge token. Patch up that bleed. Hellion will put him into potential range. Come on, give us a strength token. Ah, close. Well, we got the Death's Door proc at least. That's not bad. Weakened. Nice little combo with the crit. And finished. There we go. Had a brief panic attack there, but we did make it to the end. Now these are some nice pickups. Another bleed resistance. Golly. They are just the evangelists. That's who I needed to be thinking of. That's the people that do the bleeds. 2 holy beads, which don't stack, unfortunately. How's your milk soaked linen doing? How many? Oh, they do stack to 4. Nice. Good lord, our bags are just full right now. We're not going to use it. I don't want to get rid of the smoldering hymnal and the simple flower, but it's hard to think of. This just seems really good. But we are going to have to make room in the end for... we're going to have to make room in the end for a stun resistance trinket, ideally. But I just don't... Gain on miss. This just isn't like... We don't want to be doing that. We don't want to be missing that much. We'll get rid of one of these calming incenses because I think we can live without it. Okay, so despite that hair-raising moment, we... Oh wow, that was 8 relics we could have had. We need to make a space. Who's got smoke bombs right now? Does anyone have smoke bombs? We'll get rid of the smoke bomb. Sucks to waste that rummager perk. Yeah. Oh look, Boudica's back up to. Boudica's up to 5 stress again. She still doesn't like Baldwin, but at least we can fix this. We have just... This run has been... Oh! Okay, hello, Cannon. Hello, Cannon Coon. That's okay. Just get rid of the blind. So basically, the cannon is only scary in the sense that it can go tick, tick, boom. We're going to spend a milk-soaked linen because I don't want to take extra damage here. Let's get that guy down. So what the cannon's going to do is it's going to load shot. And now it has a chance it's either going to misfire or deal a ton of damage. Either way, the best thing we can do is put a blind on it, which we are not going to be able to do here, which is a little bit not good. We don't have any way to blind it. So this is going to be scary. We may have to take a hit here. At least 2 of our people might dodge it. Yeah, 2 dodges and a wow, that was some good mitigation there. Considering how bad that could have been, that was very mild. Let's get the Hellion hitting for the big damage. Thankfully, this cannon isn't nearly as tough as it is in Darkest Dungeon 1. Put the blinding gas up there just to make sure that if it does get another swing, it won't go, but it doesn't get another turn. Wonderful. Cannon down. Another mastery point. Is somebody using crappy wolf speed? No. Yeah, our trinkets are pretty much set in stone. The only thing we'd be looking to add is stun resistance tokens at the end here, or trinkets at the end. Looks like we got to do a burning pile fight here. Okay. Baldwin wants to fight. Sarmenti wants to run. Paracelsus would like to fight. This just hurts everybody and doesn't get us anything. Doing it from Saramenti doesn't really do much. Doing it from here hurts that relationship. I guess we have to risk it from Saramenti. Yep. Oh well. We have 3 more mastery points in the bank, so 76 fire. We still want to try to fix relationships. We'll go to the assistance encounter. Why not? Oh, wow. This feels very late to be seeing this encounter. This is a very easy encounter. Wow. Oh, man, really? Typhoid. Greater than 50, blind 2, max combat start, max HP -1. Okay. Typhoid is really bad. We're gonna have to get that removed ASAP. In fact, we're after this we're gonna have to straight up look for a way to get rid of that. Because otherwise, our Hellion is just slowly gonna die, which is not what we were signing up for here. Sorry about that. Another round of coughing. This is not my favorite. I'll tell you that for free. Well, let's just withstand. Have Baldwin tank this. You've got literally nothing to do but Raucous Revelry, so let's do that. And Paracelsus can do nothing, so move around. Very easy dodge. I like that they're I like that we've got the positive relationships ticking at least. Alright, so this guy's now dead. No, there's nothing to futz around with. Let's just end the fight. Let's get it over with. 10% chance of stealth. Are we doing anything with that? I don't think we're doing anything with that. We're just gonna leave it. What's our bags at? Still at 21. Yeah, we've got Rummager ticking, so kind of want to drop something. Increase stacking for relics, 2 inventory slots. I don't think we need 2 storage trunks. And actually, we're not going to use Strongbox. We're not going to use Strongbox for sure. Just on the grounds that, like, we only have one more zone after this, and we are so low on relics. I mean, we're at 58, but so we're not that low, but we're low enough that we're not going to see. I don't think we're going to see the value. Okay, so Sarmenti likes that. So we could do Baldwin, which gets us nothing, or we could go from Sarmenti and improve with Baldwin. Well, that's not much of a choice. There we go. 15 flame. Neither of these are worth taking. So thank you for nothing, you jerks. Alright, so now we're going to an academic study. So we could go to the Hoarder, and I think we're going to, as much as I want to go to a hospital. I really would like to go to a field hospital, because we need to get rid of Typhoid before it kills our Hellion here. Impervious enemies, 50% stun resist. Oh hey, it's our woodsman friend. We haven't seen you in a while. Nice of you to show up. Well, let's start by ignoring stealth and getting a bunch of damage in the backfield. That did not go as well as we were hoping, that's for sure. $50-50. 10 damage. We'll take it. Carve the toy. Dodge it. Good dodges. And that's that horror thing we were looking to avoid, but at least it's on somebody we can deal with. Fell the tree. Another big dodge. Of course, somebody's going to take a crit here. Kind of fitting it's the guy who's all about music. Where'd you get the double... Oh, the double blinds from Typhoid too. Yeah, that's... That Typhoid stuff's gotta go. That's horrible. Let's start getting the big guy down. We'll make sure the stealth guy goes too. Yeah, that typhoid is horrible. Widening combo. Unfortunately, Jester's not at 5 stress, so we can't fix that. Do have a laudanum though, and I think we are going to spend it. We're getting close. I mean, the Jester's he's getting close with Boudica, and we could potentially get that relationship. So we'll just spend it, spend the resource. Nice, another combo. True teamwork. It seems to be the theme here. Our Jester and our Leper have been doing work for the squad here. All right. So it's academic study. I don't even know what we could get. Well, 3 more glimmers of hope is something, I guess. So let's just fill that up and get rid of the last one. Keep our open space. But those glimmers of hope, if we carry those all the way to the end, we could go into the final fight with a high flame, which is not awful. All right, Boudica wants to break it down. Boudica and Saramenti want to break it down. Paracelsus just wants to leave. So doing it from this end hurts that relationship, but not as bad as doing it from here would. So let's do it from Saramenti. Got nervous and uh-oh. Oh, hey. We were just talking about you, Mr. Ghoul Friend. Well, not just, but, you know, not that long ago we were talking about you, Mr. Ghoul Friend. So nice of you to show up. Very excited to see you. You know, I know you're kind of a big deal and you're very busy gentleman. So I hope you don't mind terribly, but I'm just going to let me check what your blight resistance is. Yeah, it's low, so we're just going to fill your veins with poison, if you don't mind terribly. Probably should have blinding gassed him, but I just want to get the damage going. Yep. Horror on everybody. Horror for everybody. So, milk-soaked linens we could be spending to fix our Hellion too, but I'm actually not going to bother. This fight isn't that much of a damage output, and the Hellion's just going to have to deal, basically. Like, until we get that Typhoid fixed, it's gonna continually be a problem. So spending resources on non-critical fights is just a good way to get punished. Nice crackback. Gotta love the crackback there. Start getting the weak guys down. Nice Iron Swan into the backfield. That's always nice. And I believe you can hit that. So let's hit that. 7. Get him down to death's door right here. Down to death's door. He should tick out, hopefully. There we go. And easy fight, easy life, it looks like. Clear out the corpses while we're here. Boom. Nice and easy. Nice of the ghoul to show up. Increases chance of looting trinkets. Let's take a quick pause, look at our stagecoach here. Yeah, we might actually have room for that. Alright, so here we go. So we could take 2 shots at... We had 2 shots at a field hospital. Or we could go to the Hoarder. And the Hoarder might actually have some pretty good stuff for us. So we're going to go to the Hoarder. Kind of sucks because getting a field hospital would be very big for Boudica, who's already down a couple HP, I think. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Well, let's see what he's got for sale here. Alrighty. First of all, trinkets. Nothing of particular note. Nothing of particular note. Stimulating poultice isn't bad. Songbook of Rousing Tunes is very good. I would like to have that. And Stimulating Poultice will take as well. I think that's all we're going to end up buying here. Kind of feels weird that we've carried these holy beads for so long, but we might end up getting rid of them. Or, as heretical as it sounds, I think we're going to get rid of Smoldering Hymnal. I think that extra action is very tempting, but what do I take off? Buttressing Band? Buttressing Band seems really good. Those seem really good. We could put it in here, put it in and get rid of this 40% damage buff and give him crit, but this is how he's killing things. I do think, actually, on the other hand, probably not going to use both storage trunks, so we'll do it like that. Healing Salve is kind of tempting. I think we will buy the Healing Salve in. And how much laudanum do we have? 3. Or we only have 1 left. There we go. So, alrighty. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3. I'm left-handed, so we're gonna go to the left here. And it's a resistance encounter. That's worthless to us. Unfortunate. It's okay though. We'll just in the final. Oh, ugh. Gargantuan enemies. That's a... That is an enemy. Or that is an encounter that I wasn't looking to have today. Been a little glimmer of hope. Probably was a waste there. I should probably save the other 3. I think I need to save those other 3. Because those glimmers of hope could be very, very good in the final zone. Just get my flame up really high. So we got what, 3 left? So that's 45 flame. You usually go into it, I think, just under 40, so that could get us up close to bright light. Protect the Child is annoying, but not too bad because we're gonna punch through that. She's gonna do whatever she does. Nice dodge. And until that happened, we're definitely gonna laudanum the Hellion, but until Mrs. Lamarck came in, we were just gonna blight them both up. Big dodge right there. Or miss, I guess, but same difference. There we go, got the stress heal the other way. $51, huge hit. And a death blow, and not dead though, unfortunately. And not dead next turn either. Oh, that's annoying. Well, I mean, do you have Encore? Forget if you have Encore. You do not. Okay. Well, guess we're just gonna have to hit a corpse for a bit. Oh, easy enough. Okay. Well, anything else to do? No. It's nice and easy. Gargantuan enemies still made it through. Yeah, no. Go away. So we actually have got 3 more glimmers. We're going to swap out the glimmers here. Just to help me remember to try to conserve them. No, I don't care about that. Alright, let's see if team wants to fight again. Baldwin wants to leave. Sarmenti wants to fight. Paracelsus wants to leave. Oh, man. Well, we'd rather do it from Baldwin's perspective, because that at least keeps the relationship. Yep. Kind of surprised that our guys are suddenly so cowardly. But, I don't know. Alrighty. There we go. Healed that relationship up a little bit. So we're going to have a choice here. It is shadowy. But, let's see. I guess we'll see how we go here. Because we are taking risks here. Okay, this fight looks... Well, hasted enemies is kind of scary. At least typhoid is no longer being a problem. I guess that's the one perk here, is that for the moment, typhoid is reducing her health dramatically, but it's not, at least it's not blinding her. Oh, could you not? Or at least the jester gets to go first. Alrighty. Get her back up here so that we can get this guy down to basically dead. Well, not a super big fan of the Jester getting blinded because we were going to do something with him, but we could encore. And we will. That does let us get some damage going here. And our leper can finish off the flare. Well, he didn't even need help, but got that guy out of the fight. Good dodge. So that's very risky because the sacrificial's at the front. But the sacrificial is going to die on his turn, and he's blinded, so reasonably good chance we'd be okay. You know, be 50-50, we'd be okay anyway. But he should be dead right there. Whew. Man, they want the Hellion right now. Well, not getting any better than that. Just take that guy off the board. Yeah, we're definitely going to be pushing for round 2 and probably round 3 at this rate. We're definitely winning this fight. Sure. Yeah. Blade of powder is a blade of powder. That's not... So again, it's not even about the loot, because the loot is not good. We are not getting good loot right now. I'll tell you that much. It is, however, about the... It is, however, about the mastery points. Again, just having every skill upgraded is pretty appealing. And the chance at the final fight having something worth having. Because those ablative powders are not worth it on their own. The fire rises. Well, that's certainly something. Get his dodge token out. Getting some early damage onto the flares is nice, usually. Nice Death Door. Nice early Death Door. Because, yeah, now he's going to ignite. So he's going to be obnoxious here. But we dodged again, so he only gets the repost. Six to 16, so he's not going to get there. He does have a chance to dodge the riposte, so we will do that. Because now, 10 to 18. Oh, the crit would have done it, but let's get the guy who gets dodge tokens and reposts down, because I don't want to deal with him. And thankfully, this guy didn't ignite, which is pleasant. Oh, hey, our Hellion. You moved our Hellion to the front where she kind of sort of wants to be at some point. That'll just put him to dead. Yeah, okay. Let's take the sacrificial down. 58% death blow. Yeah, we need to... Oh, okay. I was going to say we need to start working death blow resist down since they've got plus 33%, but, you know, if the game's just going to give us that, I mean, there's no reason not to. Man, threw a blind and a dodge token. That was a 12.5, I think. 12.5% hit. Nope, there you go. What do we got? 7 speed. That's not worth it. But what the heck? Let's do it for the points. Let's do it for the memes. Let's do it because I'm an idiot. Hello, familiar combat lineup here. The flesh warps. What are you doing? Melee attacks, of course. Face your confession. Wow, this guy got a very high speed roll there. Alrighty. Gentle nod. Well, let's get our encore going here. We're going to do this specifically to get Iron Swan set up. Golly, with misses the mark. So that wasn't going to hit. Misses the mark has been beating us black and blue for a bit here. That's just been getting us every time. But hey, that true teamwork. These what are they again? Respectful. These have been Bash Brothers this whole game, or this whole round here. Uh-oh. Well, that was not what we wanted. 13 damage we can live with, though her stress is starting to get high. And she's been enfeebled. Jeez. They really want her right now. Spend the laudanum to get her back down to 5, so the Jester can potentially fix it. And we can actually Raucous Revelry here, heal her and get the stress heal. That's actually kind of nice. I'm okay with her having another turn. I'd rather try to blind this guy. Of course, we don't get the blind. We just get punished. Got greedy, and now the worshipping starts. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Alright, well, now there's no reason to let her exist. So let's get that out of there. Double blinding gas. Oh, come on with that. I mean, that is just unpleasant when that happens. Okay, ranged attacks this round. However, we're going to encore... As much as I'd like to do a bunch of damage to them, and maybe we'll find an opportunity, I'd rather get this guy down. Really? With that misses the mark. It's been, you know, it feels like it's been every dang round. She picks it up. What is misses the mark supposed to be? 10%. 10% chance that it happens. We've seen it how many times now? Alright, the good news is that Cherub is now dead. Thankfully. Good lord. But he is worshipped, which means he is going to hit somebody for 1 million. And And it's going to be our leper. Oh, he's just going to flesh from bone it. That's fine. Alrighty. Well. You are melee attacks this round. Might as well toe-to-toe it. Because next turn it might be it might flip to ranged. Alright, leper is hurting, but self-reliance is a rare and wonderful thing. And we can heal that bleed too and get him back to fighting fit. And it seems like in spite of me, in spite of ourselves, we've managed to. But he still has his exaltation. So he must be getting. He must be using it this round. But that's okay. We will just blast this guy down. It looks like. Big chunks, big damage. All right, here it comes. Exaltation. Huge miss right there. It is 50%. It is ranged to damage right now, but we can't do anything about that. Nice, the Hellion getting the resilient ticks has been very good to us. What technique? I'm taking notes. Alright, down to Death's Door. And blind. Nice. Alright, well, Hellion, why don't you redeem yourself here and get the kill? There you go. Whew. Bunch of junk, basically. We don't want a third of that. First of all, you get out. 7 speed is not 40% damage. You get out. You get out. Okay, you get out. We need to get rid of more. You get out. And, oh, man. Are we going to need that stress heal? We are not going to need this stress. Well. Or, what do we got? What do we got here that's... Increased chance of looting trinkets. We're pretty set for trinkets, but I kind of want to have that. Smoldering Hymnal. We're just not going to use it. There's just nowhere we need it. All right, away it goes. It feels like heresy to get rid of Smoldering Hymnal, but as good as 33% an increase of actions off our Hellion or something is, we are just we already have good trinkets basically. We're not going to get much better than what we've got. So I think that's the answer. And I think we pushed to the end. We avoided the watchtower. We get a second buttressing band. Oh, those 2 smoke bombs would have been nice. But all right. Whew. That got intense in some places, but we've done it. Got to the end. All right. Summit view. 20% chance scout, 20% heal. Okay. What do we got our thing. Hard skinned. That's pretty good. Oh, it got rid of his dodge thing though. That's unfortunate. That's probably better for the leper anyway. What else did we pick up? Scatterbrained? Okay. Yep. Alright, so first of all, we'll go to the Wainwright. Let's do this. Trophy in place. Whiskey, go away. Poultices, go away. Trinket organizer, go away. Get out of here. There we go. Now let's go to the provisioner. A pig. Okay, well, we're not taking the pig. Another clarifying poultice is good too. Okay. So this is interesting. If flame less than 40 plus 33% stun resistance is very good. And we can afford it. But that does kind of fly in the face of our Glimmer of Hope plan to just have everybody be tankier. Versus Skeleton Sight, which is a crit token. Well, okay, you know, first of all, let's do the stuff we're definitely gonna do. Pogger's Pig. Everybody gets a positive relationship here. Hey, we got something out of it too. There we go. So now Sarmenti is everybody's friend, right? Yep. And everyone else is coming down the line. Well, that was a waste. Wow, that was bad. Alrighty. So that was not what we were looking for, but Buttressing Band. Much rather have that than Unwavering Standard. So, chance of purging negative quirk, 12. Alright, but this is really the choice here. This thing is nuts, because that would be one of our characters being very high stun resistance. 15% crit token. Who would we put the crit token on? The leper? I mean, it would be the jester, and we just got rid of the smoldering hymnal. That's what we would have done there, is put that in here. This isn't actually sustainable if we want to have a stress token there. Yeah. I think we buy the Rousing Ringer. I think we're going to find a use for that. Rousing Ringer is in. I'd kind of like this meditative totem, because we could try to get rid of Mrs. the Mark, maybe. Oh no, Mrs. the Mark is gone, replaced by Squeamish. Okay, that's fine. All those are fine. All those are fine. Our party is terrified of a lot of stuff, but they are no longer negatively impacting combat, so that makes that a lot easier. All right. First of all, combat skills. We're not going to be using Intimidate anymore. Let's put Purge back on. But we got 4 mastery points to spend. So first of all, we can hold a little bit longer in upgrading that, but we've definitely been using kind of want to upgrade with Stand. Upgrading Battlefield Medicine is just a slight improvement. Magnesium Rain is more damage. We want Magnesium. We're going to upgrade Magnesium Rain and Noxious Blast. Let's get our Plague Doctor's damage up to what it needs to be. Hellion doesn't really need anything else. Adrenaline Rush doesn't get much better. Neither does Raucous Revelry. She's never going to use anything else. So I think you're good. You've got everything but Razor's Wit, which we're using but not a ton. If we did upgrade Razor's Wit, we could upgrade Solemnity, which just makes it a gigantic heal. Or we could upgrade... I think we upgrade Solemnity, and then we go and upgrade Razor's Wit. And I think that's basically every skill we really care to upgrade. Final look at the Provisioner. Yeah, nothing's changed. All right, final destination here. 3 more mastery points to keep the light above 40, which we don't hate doing. Or 500 hope and avoid the hospital. Well, that's not... We're going to go to the hospital. But we don't care about 500 hope. We also don't... Oh, no, we need to go to the hospital still. We could go to Curious... 3 more mastery points. We just don't need that. I don't care about the 500 hope, but this will actually automatically tell us where the hospital is. So we're going to the Fodor. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Tune in next time as we take a cut above the rest into the folder for our final zone. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. You all know the drill. Let the YouTube algorithm know that I make content you want to watch. Until next time, see ya.